Over the last few weeks, we've been looking into the problematic government website Universal Job Match. When it was launched, the government said it would revolutionise the process of looking for work by automatically matching job seekers to jobs based on their skills and CVs. But an investigation by this programme last month revealed that 1 in 50 jobs on the website were bogus. Well, we've been digging a little deeper, and tonight we can reveal that as many as 1 in 3 jobs on the site are suspect. Our reporter Egg Hauker has more.
Last month, we discovered that 1 in 50 of the ads on the Universal Job Match website were seemingly fake, posted by a Baptist deacon in Coventry who was unable to prove that they were real.
Are you going to take those jobs off the website? They're fake jobs, Mr. Coward.
Yesterday, the Department for Work and Pensions admitted that many of the jobs advertised on their flagship website could be in breach of their own rules. In the past month, we've certainly discovered a wide range of problems. We asked a computer expert to examine a random sample of jobs posted on the Universal Job Match website in the past year. He found 700,000 duplicates. One ad has appeared with exactly the same wording 3,106 times in the past year. A single agency is responsible. We tried to contact UK Recruitment Service through their website. It is registered anonymously through a firm in Arizona. Since March 2013, use of the Universal Job Match site has been mandatory for all job seekers allowance claimants. Those who fail to apply for sufficient jobs can lose their benefits. It's therefore vital that all the jobs that appear are genuine and offer at least the minimum wage. But as we've found, that's far from the case. One sort of ad comes up time and again on the site. It's for work in door-to-door catalogue sales. Right now, there are 118,000 of these ads live on the site. They are placed by separate franchise holders, but they're all promoting a single company, Clean Easy.
Coming up, how you could earn an extra £50 a week immediately.
Their promo videos are persuasive, but the franchises we found had a sign-up fee of £95. Those who pay it get a cut of the sale they make. There's no guarantee of income and no minimum wage. Recruiting other reps is central to the business model, and the Universal Job Match site is proving very useful to Clean Easy franchise holders. They're responsible for 1 in 5 of the ads. This is a direct breach of the DWP's own rules for posting on the site. But ads of this kind have been appearing in huge volumes for more than a year, and job centres themselves have even been promoting them. Clean Easy told us,
neither Clean Easy nor its parent has provided any template for advertising on the Job Match site, as individual distributors are responsible for the posting of their own adverts.
The Citizens Advice Bureau regularly see job seekers.
People on job seekers allowance are after usually full-time work, permanent positions, jobs that offer sustainability and ideally progression. So the jobs on Universal Job Match really need to be those sorts of jobs. If the government requires that people use it, it's got to have the right jobs on it.
Today, there are 595,312 positions on the Universal Job Match website. Our research suggests that 30% may be suspect. Some are not minimum wage jobs, others may not be genuine jobs at all. The DWP told us,
the truth is that the vast majority of employers post genuine jobs, and we crack down on those who don't play by the rules. We also regularly monitor the site and remove jobs that don't meet our rules, such as duplicate advertisements and franchise jobs.
Well, we did ask the Department for Work and Pensions if we could speak to a minister, but no one was available. I am joined instead for a response from the Labour MP, Sheila Gilmore, who sits on Parliament's Work and Pensions Select Committee. What is your response to this?
Well, my response is that I'm actually glad that you've done this work, because you've actually got the facts and figures, and I hope this time the DWP will listen, because some of us have been raising this issue for at least a year from our own eyeballing of some of the adverts.
But the department say that we crack down on those who don't stick by the rules. Do you think they're doing that?
Well, they don't seem to be doing that. Because, I mean, the first time I came across it was simply putting in sales assistant Edinburgh to see what came out, and I was absolutely astonished to find that 3/4 were catalogue distributors. I've raised that with ministers, we raised it through the Select Committee, and very little appears to have been done to deal with it.
What are they saying to you? What is their response?
Well, the response has been more or less the response that you had, but in our Select Committee we also had the company who put together the system for the DWP, and they told us that they could have put in a system that itself monitored and was more sophisticated, but that's not what they've been asked to do by the DWP. So they had done the very basic system that they've been asked for.
So more needs to be done.
Much more needs to be done.
Sheila Gilmore, thank you very much.